It is now time for some motivation. I don't know why I go like this, but the bread and butter of the podcast, one of the main driving forces behind having the Talks with Taeler Hendrix podcast, and that is motivation. Because like we talked about last week, you can be motivated, you can be consistently motivated, and you can be disciplined. They are not the same. Disciplined people will go so much farther than a person who's just motivated or consistently motivated. But in order to be disciplined, you have to be consistently motivated first, and then you kind of light that fire, so to speak, and go after all the things that you have ever desired, wanted to achieve, so forth and so on. Now, when we've been on this journey of becoming the best versions of ourselves that ever existed and becoming the adults that we needed as children to break generational curses and trauma, to be able to pass down generational wealth and prosperity, happiness and success, and what healthy habits actually look like, and integrity and so much more, we have to understand that this is going to create some enemies, okay? We have to understand that not everybody wants to see us succeed. Not everybody wants to see us on this journey, because some people don't even want to go on the journey for themselves. So why would they want to see you go on it, right? And so that brings me to today's, today's motivation. And it's kind of about some of the same stuff we talked about in the second to last question of our Q&A this past week, as well as, some of the stuff we've been talking about in previous weeks with, some people are bills and some people are investments. Some people are there to bless you and some people are there to block you. This week is about people not liking you. Okay, there are billions of people in the world. Someone not liking you, it's bound to happen. Okay, whether you deserve it or not, it is bound to happen. It's normal and it's okay. When a person doesn't like you, they're often going to team up with other people that don't like you. But here's the thing, before you know it, there's going to be a whole group of people, a whole slew of people who don't like you and they hate you. You gotta be okay with it. You have to be okay, because the thing about that whole group is that 9 times out of 10, they don't even like each other. The only real thing that they have in common is you. Talking about you, not liking you, hating you. That is how powerful you are. All right. We always give ourselves so much less credit than we give other people. Sometimes we give strangers more credit than we give ourselves. And that's the thing. You have to see how powerful you are. And this journey that we're all going on together as part of the Taeler Army is powerful. And there's going to be people that don't want that for you. There's people that aren't going to want to see you succeed. There's people that aren't going to want to see you wisen up and become the best version of you. These people, they need to hate you. They need to hate you because they don't want to put in the work on liking themselves. A lot of times people's hatred of you, a lot of times doesn't really have anything to do with you. It's more of a reflection of them, because people they project their own insecurities onto other people and their own hatred and things like that. Remember, we've talked about this so many times before, how it's easier for people to tear someone else down than it is to put in the work on themselves to build themselves up. You see what I'm saying? Tear somebody down or take the time to slowly build themselves up, the way we have been doing week after week after week within the Taeler Army. A lot of people would rather just tear you down instead. Those aren't your people, but it's easier for them. And that's how negativity spreads, okay? You are powerful. You are setting boundaries. You are breaking generational curses. And you are creating the best version of yourself that has ever existed, so you can become the adult that you needed as a child. And you can say, it stops here. It stops with me. I am passing on healthy habits. I'm going to embody all the things that I want my children or my future children to see every single day. I am their parent, not social media. I am their parent, not the society. I am going to show up for them, and I'm going to show up for the little kid that I used to be. All right? These other people that hate you, they don't want to see that for you. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want you to do any of these things. All right? And that's why you have to. That is why you have to. These people that hate you, they don't want you to have those firm boundaries. They don't want you to be better than them. They don't want you to be successful. They want to hate on you, and they don't want to see you succeed. They want to help drag you down, all right? They need you to fail so they can feel better about themselves. These aren't your people. Let them hate and give them a show. Give them the best possible show that they have ever seen. Because I will bet you any money that these are the same people that are checking in and watching what you do, but they're not watching to see how you're doing. They're watching to see what you're doing. There is a difference. They are not the same. So give them a show. Don't pay them any mind, okay? Because you got busy. You're busy with things that you've got to do. But give them a show, all right? You know, after all is said and done, the journey we're on, it's so beautiful and it's amazing and it is powerful just like you. And what you need to understand is their hatred of you is going to fizzle out so much faster and so much earlier than the legacy that you are busy now creating. So the next time people are hating on you and you didn't do anything to deserve it, and when you reflect back on the situation and realize, oh wow, I really didn't do something to deserve it, just realize that those aren't your people, but your people are out there. The people that are hating on you right now, those people are ones that don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see the legacy that you're building. They're only tuning in to see what you're doing, not how you're doing, because they need to hate on you because it's an easy distraction from the fact that they are not willing to do what you're doing, which is work on yourself and create your own legacy. Okay? Let them hate. Let them eat cake. Give them a good show. But remember, your first and foremost responsibility is to become the adult that you needed as a child so you can break those generational curses and those generational traumas to provide generational wealth, health, prosperity, and success to all the future lines of your family, because it stops with you and the new beginning starts with you. And that is your legacy. Let them hate. Give them a good show. Show up for you. All right, everyone, this has been the latest episode of the Talks with Taeler Hendrix podcast, coming to you live every single Tuesday as part of the brand family with russosbrand.com and Channel Attitude. Until next week.